welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J. As you guys can see, we're in separate locations because of Willis, of course.
Coming you from remote from the depths of hell.
Same. Yeah, so how are you doing this evening? Oh, wait, hold on. So, if you guys are new to the channel, the YouTube channel, make sure you like our video, comment on our video, subscribe to the channel, all of the good things. Share the video. If you're listening to us on the audio platforms, make sure you download each episode. Greatly appreciate it. We're on all of them. We finally reached a little bit over 200 downloads, so we're moving on up.
And if you notice tonight, for right now, at the time being, it's a double P. It's a DP right now. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So, how's your day going today, Willis? We had a party last night.
We had the party last night, and this morning woke up. It was a Triple P&J party.
You know, I woke up feeling fine this morning.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I didn't have no type of headache. I woke up refreshed. Well,
refreshed.
I didn't wake up
looking youthful.
I didn't wake up until get out of the bed until noon. So that's probably why I had a lot of time to refresh my body.
See, I didn't. I got a phone call at 7:30 this morning. Hey, good morning.
You poor thing.
Yeah. Well, my parents, but yeah. But no, I'm good. I woke up this morning, got most of the house taken care of, and I'm here in Lafayette now and ready to start.
Oh, so you finally decided to tell the people where you moved to?
Well, I am currently staying in Lafayette. Let's put it like that.
You stupid bitch.
I am a stupid bitch. But yeah, no. I'm currently staying in Lafayette right now. So yeah, that's why we are here. So, because this is the largest city on the area that I'm in right now. So that's where I'm staying. So yeah, good times. I am Airbnb-ing it for the past 3 weeks. Hopefully this week I will have some type of home. That way I'm not homeless anymore.
This bitch is homeless. He's hopping from place to place.
I am.
You fucking nomad.
I really am. I'm a gypsy. I'm living that Stevie Nicks life. Stevie old gypsy. But no, it is, good week. How about yourself, hon? I know you said you woke up rejuvenated. How are you feeling?
So, we were supposed to be going. I don't think you're in this group chat because we have another group chat without you. Because one of these, because it was a group chat for an event that you couldn't attend, so you didn't get added to that chat. So I think it was, I don't remember. I think it was Leon's birthday party or something. We knew you weren't coming, so no, it was the masquerade thing. We created a group chat because we knew you weren't going to come, so we didn't add you. So they had hit up that chat the other day, and we were supposed to be going to Galveston today. Everybody, well, Jalisa actually came up with the idea earlier this week on Easter to go to Galveston Beach. A lot of us said that it was a good idea, yada, 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 change the scenery, and maybe with last night, how we was turning up, it just didn't happen like that. So then everybody woke up and nobody really wanted to go. We were talking about going to Toledo Bend and then other places, and it just didn't fucking happen. So I got dressed for no reason. But then I got out and ran some errands and all of that. So, communication skills. Nobody really said anything until the last minute that nobody wanted to go, which leads us to our topic for today.
That part, absolutely, yes. Communication skills.
Communication skills. Clear communication skills, because you can know how to talk all fucking day, but
Right.
Clear communication and comprehension is big.
Mm-hmm.
So I was scrolling on the good old Twitter, and this
And
topic
not
kept
looking
popping.
at porn.
I mean, it might have popped up. I mean, it's on
Oh,
Twitter, but I wasn't looking at it. So
got it.
don't call me out like that. So it popped up this one topic, the importance of clear communication and conflict resolution in relationships and friendships. And I was like, you know what? That would be one of the perfect topics to talk about, not only with this friend group, but with other people we associate with too.
Right.
I don't feel like a lot of people have clear communication or what that is or know how to. So yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel? Which part? Oh well, how big of a part do you feel communication plays in any type of relationship or friendship?
Oh, it's a huge part. It has to be. I mean, like, shit, what are we gonna do? Just stand and stare at each other? I mean,
Right.
that's like, it's one of those things where communication, and I've said this every time we've discussed relationships and all these other different relationship topics.
Right.
Communication is key. Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely. Like, because if you don't have communication, you don't have a relationship. Let's just call it for what it is.
Me personally, I feel like communication is key. Everybody says that until it's time to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that communication is key, but you also have to know how to communicate. That's where the clear communication comes into play. Like we could talk all fucking day, but if you're
Right.
not clear on what we're talking about or what your intentions are, why are we even talking?
Right. And see, and that's the thing where it's like exactly what you said, like clear communication or communication comprehension. Because if I message you and or call you and like you're over in fucking left field talking about some bullshit, what the fuck? You know?
Right.
And it's just it that to me is so aggravating. So aggravating whenever you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not on the same page at all.
What bothers me when you're in a relationship or friendship or anything like that, and I feel like the communication is one-sided. That's the part that annoys me. It's like everybody wants, well, mostly everybody wants to talk about certain things and resolve issues, but then when the issues are brought up, nobody wants to communicate. They want to shut down. And I feel like if one person is giving more than the other people or person, why why are we even talking at this point?
Right. Exactly. Because it's like if I'm the only one who is putting out any effort, if I'm the one who's continuously reaching out to you and to start initiate a conversation, you're never initiating a conversation. Or if you are basically if I'm the orchestrator of everything, that that annoys me.
That's the shit. Me and Daniel was actually having a conversation about that the other day. Being the one to always reach out to people, and then they have the audacity to be like, I haven't heard from you in a minute, when they don't hear from you, but you're constantly the one that reaches out to them. It gets old after a minute, so that's why we're not talking. Because
Mm-hmm.
after a while, it's just like you people make time for what they want to make time for. So if you're not making time to communicate, then why would I reach out to you all the damn
Right.
time?
Exactly. Where it's like, why have I got to be the one who put forth all the effort and you just reap the benefits of it? That doesn't. That's not. Mm-mm, that
Right.
doesn't
It's
fly.
selfish as fuck. You want to make it seem like we don't talk a lot, but bitch, every time I reach out to you, you're either not available or you don't reach back out to me.
Right. Exactly. It's like, why? What's the point? Like, why have I got to follow your time? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
That that doesn't
So
make any.
do you feel like communication is different when it's in a relationship versus a friendship? Or do you think
Mm-mm.
that the communication should be the same across the board?
It's the same across the board completely because I mean, like, yeah, the only to me, and I'm just going to be to me, the only difference between a friendship and a relationship is we're not fucking.
Right.
Because, like, you're my friend. I would expect the same, like, I expect the same emotional connections that I have with my friendships that I do my relationships. And I know
Yeah.
that's
No, it's not weird. You have to start off as friends or something like that first
right.
before you get in a relationship, so that bond is already there, pretty much. It's just like when you're friends with someone, you just don't take it to that next level, like you just said. So the
Exactly.
communication should still be there, and I feel like sometimes got a little part. Sorry.
Right.
I feel like sometimes when you get in a relationship, you don't continue the same shit you did before you got in the relationship. It's like, I want you so bad, and then I'm gonna get you and then stop doing what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. Exactly. Or like you have these people who, and I am one of those people. Well, let me rephrase it. I've been one of those people. I'm not one of these people anymore. Where if you get into a relationship, you kind of stop all communication with your friends. Does that make sense?
I was like, I was like that at one point too.
Right.
It felt like I would still talk to my friends. I wouldn't cut them completely off, but it's like I wouldn't hang out as much with them. It's like this person is the center of my world. So yeah, I mean, in the right situation, that's not always a bad thing. You just have to still know how to communicate with the outside people as well, so you don't lose that connection with them.
Right, absolutely. Because like that, and it is a struggle for those of y'all out there. It is a struggle where you got to keep your relationship healthy and your friendships healthy.
Is it really a struggle?
It can, depending on the type of person that you're with or the type of person that you are. I feel it is difficult because like where like you want to put the person you're in the relationship at the top of your list, but also you don't want to move your friendships. You know what I mean? How can
Right.
it's the same type of communication, but it's two different lists. Both of them are on the top priority because at the end of the day, like your friends were there for you before the person you were in the relationship with was there for you.
Yep. But
At the sorry.
no,
At
go
the
ahead. Go
same
ahead.
time, at the same time, that person you're in the relationship with is like that is your person.
Right.
You know, like you have your how can I put, you have your tribe, but you also have your
The person that's feeding your mind, body, and soul.
right. So they're two different people, but they both have a very high priority.
Right.
So do you some people, and again I was one of these people in the past where like you cut communication with your tribe to keep your mind, body, and soul fed.
Yeah, I feel like the tribe should kind of understand what you're going through and that I think it could be like 50-50. So the tribe knows you're in a relationship, so they know that you have to move a certain way. But also you have to know, don't cut your tribe off because you're in this relationship.
Exactly. Welcome, Pookie.
Everybody, can y'all
Thank
hear
you for
me?
finally joining us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, look, guys, I redid the tank. I changed the gravel and everything.
Good job.
Yeah. Hey, Curtis.
Hey.
Hey.
So
We were
Everybody, sorry for the
talking.
late joining.
So we were talking about the communication and clear communication in relationships and friendships, and how important it is to communicate effectively with everybody. What's your intake on that?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, clear communication is just important all around. I think a lot of people just don't um take the time to sit down and just communicate their feelings. So, I mean, how are you supposed to understand somebody if you don't communicate, you know?
Right.
Yeah, this is going to be like most people don't pick up on hints, body, some body language. So clear communication does make a big impact.
Speaking of that, how the fuck, not you, Daniel, how the fuck it aggravates the fuck out of me when somebody just thinks I know what the fuck they're thinking without them saying anything. I'm not a fucking mind reader. I'm not trying
that
to
part.
be.
That part.
I speak a little sign language now, thanks to TikTok, but I'm not a mind reader.
Right. I mean, it's, how can you put this? It is, like, when you get it right, it's great. But when you don't fuck it up, but when you do fuck it up and get it wrong, what the fuck was I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like, and then
knew where you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That part. And then I feel like the clear communication part. Okay, if you're clear with what you're communicating with someone and they still don't understand what you're saying, how do you maneuver that?
You don't.
You just leave it alone?
Oh no. I do not leave that alone.
What do you do?
Bitch, you don't get my point. If I gotta talk to you like you're a fucking
Golly.
first grader,
But you gonna get my point.
it's the talk to you like you're a first grader, and if you get pissed off at me, well, that's your own problem because you fucked up. You are the dumbass right now that you don't understand what I'm saying.
Damn, I'm not fucked up and the dumbass.
Right.
Well, no, because okay, here's the reason why I say this is because I have dated somebody who. All right, well, we're not cool anymore. We're not, whatever. It is what it. He was a fucking dumbass. Like, if I tell you I need you to go pick me up, I need a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, and a pack of cigarettes.
Damn, bitch, you need a lot.
This stupid bitch shows up with a bag of candy, some bird seed, and
not like, a bird seed,
and like a fucking, I don't know, a pair of shoes. I'm like, well, but yet, here's the thing that I'm the dumbass because I wasn't clear in my specifications on how to explain this to him. What?
Wait, say that again?
I was the dumbass. I was the one who was the problem because I didn't communicate with him exactly what he needed to do.
You probably were the problem.
Bitch, fuck everything about you, and you can kiss my whole asshole. All right.
Ooh. Not fuck everything about you. Damn.
so.
All right, guys. So you already know Willis is not the problem.
I
mean, he could be the problem sometimes.
Well, see, and here was the fucked up part. I actually went through my process of like, okay, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I'm not explaining myself properly. So yet, whenever I changed my process, and when I say talk to you like you're a fucking first grader, I talk to you like you're a fucking first grader and you don't understand anything in life.
How did that go?
I'm the bad guy because I'm the one who's talking down to a person.
I mean, you can only tell the same shit to the same bitch only a number of times. So
that part.
It's like either you're gonna get it or you don't get it.
Right. If you fucking stupid, just say so, and so I know how to communicate with you.
If you slow, just say that.
Right.
Damn camera just following me.
That's what everywhere you go. I hate that shit. I tried to turn it off and it wouldn't let me.
It won't turn off.
Same. It doesn't. I'm sitting like, bitch, why are you following me?
Why the fuck do you keep following me every damn way I go? So there was another topic that we had came across too that Willis, you felt strongly about. This number 6?
It's not that I felt strongly about it. It's just I kind of agreed with it a little
bit. With the what? The deficit?
No. hang on one second, where was, let me get the list pulled back up, because I want to read it. You wrote this, Curtis, and it was really...
Bitch, I didn't write that. I got that off of Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, I brought it up every week. Okay, so for the fans out there, we have a list of topics that we go down and we kind of pick out, because, you know, none of y'all are giving us any suggestions anymore, and we'd really appreciate it if you did.
Yeah, Will is about to come beat y'all ass.
Damn,
I'm not saying we're gonna be...
Not you coming at the fans.
Not coming at the fans, I'm just saying.
Oh, we just lost a subscriber.
We have some loyal fans out there, and we appreciate you all. And y'all have given us suggestions, and we love that. But we would like more. We're gonna be a needy bitch right now. I want to be needy right now. Give us some more suggestions.
I want to be needy too, because I feel like ever since we moved to all of the streaming platforms, the views kind of on YouTube, they fluctuate. One week they're high, next week they're low, next week ain't nobody viewing shit. Then it's like 11 viewers, and it's like, I get it, y'all are listening and downloading. Thank you.
And we appreciate that.
Can you watch the video for at least 30 seconds so we can get a view? Thank you.
Thank you. But anyway,
30
on
seconds.
our list
30 seconds is
our lovely little list. There's one on here that says the need for more diversity and individuality in fashion trends. I've brought this up for 2 weeks, and I really like the idea of this, because because I love the fact that both of you are staring at me just like, what the fuck?
Like we normally do in person.
Right.
Camera's just going to catch it better.
Do y'all feel like there is a need for that? Or...
For individuality when it comes to like fashion?
Yes. Do you feel
absolutely.
Like there's more...
I feel like that's like, because it's all about first impression, and typically how somebody's appearance is part of the first impression. So whenever you see somebody and how they're dressed, you can kind of get an idea of what they might be like and what their personality is. You know, I mean, it's not going to always be that way, but I think having your own individuality with like your fashion and everybody being able to dress differently, it's very important, because if anything, like we'd be like we're back in high school wearing the same uniform, right? And then it's just like that seems kind of systematic, you know? Like that. It doesn't spark any kind of creativity, nothing
at all. And like, see, I didn't have uniforms in school. It kept being tossed around every year, and everybody kept getting pissed off. So I never had the experience where everybody was dressed like me. So I can't relate to
dressed
that.
Like you? You were dressed like them. You were dressed like them.
They were dressed like me. That part.
So
how did you dress, Willis?
At all?
Oh, high school, it was like leading up to, I guess, maybe my senior year. It was like, I was like your stereotypical little preppy white kid. Like, it was like, I had the... Do y'all
describe that?
Well, I am. Do you remember
what was that like? Wasn't that back in like the 30s? But y'all,
Eastland shoes, like the leather shoes. Do y'all remember those?
Eastland.
Eastland. Like, I loved it.
I'm about to Google that now.
Love
Eastland.
that. And
that sounds like some Walmart stuff.
No.
Well, okay, they're like the clog boots. No, they're just boots.
Well, they were boots, and they also had like loafer shoes.
Yeah. So for the audience, this is what an Eastland shoe. Ooh, not the sale. This is what an Eastland shoe looks like.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, I can see that. He's got his pants.
That's like a Sperry looking shoe.
Right. They were kind of like the. Yeah.
They look more quality though. I felt like Sperry is just like a cheap knockoff. Oh, and they're affordable.
Well, back in the day, they used to not be. They were like high end, like everybody wanted them. And there was like the Jabot jeans and the what? I see you purse that fucking lip. What?
I actually like doing this so we can actually see each other's facial expressions.
I'm just picturing this in my head, and I'm dying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just trying not to laugh
But
too much.
I had the Levi jeans and the Jabot jeans, and I had the little button-ups with the collar T-shirts, the polos.
So you was always dressed up.
Yeah,
I
that
was
definitely
always
gives me prep. That definitely gives me Willis prep. I could see it back when you had like the nice flowy hair and everything.
that
You
part.
know, not
Yeah,
trying to be funny,
had the
but like
good
yeah.
hair.
hmm
And then senior year, I mixed prep with, how can I put this? Urban? Yeah. I started getting Nikes and K-Swiss and
Oh, you got a little black.
Yeah, that's probably when it started. The hood.
K-Swiss and some
Them
Filas.
injections.
Mm. You
It
said
might have been.
injections? Okay.
It might have been because that's
He's
what I'd
getting
run
basic.
whenever I had my driver's license. Driving to Leesville.
Skirt. That's back
But
when they
no.
only.
And see, and even like, I think that's the reason why to this day, you do not know how pissed off I get whenever I see somebody have the same shit that I have on.
Me too.
Well,
Well, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
that's
like
because like I feel like people nowadays don't have they don't have a sense of fashion. But or that like the thing is like we all follow certain templates. Like there's like this look, this look, this look, and then like they kind of just go. So it's like people dress similar, but it's a little bit of their own way. Like the only time I see something that's crazy different is that runway stuff. Like they're dressed in like a bag of feathers.
well, that's couture.
Shoe platform. It's
That's
what?
couture. That's
What's
different
that?
than couture is, how can you put this? Couture is essentially where it is not ready to wear.
Oh,
What?
it's not ready to wear.
Okay. So okay.
There's been shit back in 2008 that was couture that's still not ready to wear.
No, bitch. It's like you
Because
have
have you seen the way they dress?
yes.
They got
Couture.
spikes coming out the collar.
Couture is
Like,
essentially where a designer will go. He basically thinks like completely outside the box and see how far he can take fashion, or they can take fashion.
Stop.
so pretty much like with random stuff.
Huh?
They do random things.
Very random things. Just
But
what
there
they
are a
look.
lot of like random stuff that. Sorry.
But the thing when it's called ready to wear, that's the stuff that you see going down the runway. That the stereotypical dresses, skirts. That's the stuff that the major manufacturers, they're buying that stuff so that way it can just literally, they buy it, it gets sent to a manufacturer, and they stick it on the shelf. That's ready to wear. Couture, that goes into like a fashion house, like it goes into a vault, and it's like the only people wearing that shit's Lady Gaga. So
That part. Ooh.
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. What about you, Curtis?
But
What was your favorite era of how you dressed?
Now,
Anything
um,
other than now?
you asked what was my favorite era.
hmm
So now I feel like because high school we all had uniforms. Of course, outside of school we wore other things, but I feel like even with the uniform, some of us like customized the shit to make it us, like depending
hmm
on like what shoes we wore, necklaces, jackets,
Jeans, shirts. Yep,
jeans.
I
When we
remember
had
that.
jean day, like you wearing Aeropostale hoodies and shit like that to make the uniform look better. But now I feel like besides work, even with work, we still customize our shit. I feel like now everybody's more open to different things and who really gives a fuck what anybody thinks at this point. So I feel like now is the best era for me. I just wear whatever the fuck I want to wear and
Right.
make it look good.
Yeah, I agree.
right, see, that's what I
Yeah.
like. I will say, I kind of do agree with Curtis on this, where it's like the trends now, it's literally like nobody fucking cares. Like, you can go to a thrift store, you can grab a t-shirt from like the 70s or 80s,
It's
mix it with
2023.
right,
We
mix it
have
with
to be like that at this point.
you just mix it with a pair of pants, like a pair of jeans, and then throw something over it, and it looks cool. Nobody gives a shit. Well, let me rephrase that. Nobody should give a shit what anybody's wearing.
I don't know. Sometimes I see these people come in and they're just like, okay, hold on. There's a difference between
There's
just
a
looking
difference.
trashy and just like just putting something together and it's still good, acceptable.
That part. If you put, there's a difference between putting, like you said, looking trashy or looking unkempt compared to put together. Like,
that's their fashion though. So it may look trashy to us, but that may be their style. Some people like looking trashy.
You walking around with a moldy ass shirt with holes in it and a pair of pajama pants that you've had on for 4 days and a pair of slides. That is not fashion.
You probably
that is comfortable fashion.
Same sauce stain on that shirt for the past 3 weeks.
Exactly.
I
wash your shit.
Like that. Yep.
Change your clothes every day.
Or stank is not a fashion.
No, it is not. Dirt is not in.
But I do want to talk about the time, like my favorite era of clothing, or at least when I was dressed.
Daniel, what's yours?
I feel like it was when I was a kid, like when I was a child. I want to say like between
not the Garanimals.
Look, them Garanimals was popping because like everything you got, it matched. Then my mom talked about she always used to go to Oshkosh and get me clothes. And like she used to have us dressed up, and I look at some of my pictures from like way back in the day when I was a kid. I was like, I look good. I like my parents dressed me well. You know what I'm saying?
You know how? Sorry, not to cut you off, but you know how they matched you so well, right?
Because the clothes came matched.
The Garanimals, like you just.
I know that.
You don't have to find the color. You just find the animal. Like that's why it's got like the little alligator. It's got the little elephant.
I seen that at the mall. With the elephant on. I seen that at the mall. I was like, oh, okay, that's how that works. Yeah, it's pretty nice though. I ain't gonna be lying, because some people are not good with fashion, so I guess it just helps them. Right. You know, that little extra oomph. You know.
And like you see them kids nowadays, like these parents. Okay, it's mostly hipster parents. We're not gonna lie about it, but these kids be looking just dressed up. I'm talking got like.
They look better than me sometimes.
With the hat and got the scarf and got this and got the little boots with the rolled up jeans. I'm like, how?
And then they got an Apple Watch too.
Right. Like bigger than their fucking hand, but they got an Apple Watch.
That bitch just dangling on their wrist.
But no, I will say that I love the idea of where we're at right now, as far as like everybody is very individualized. You don't see it as often where people are seeing the same wearing the same clothes anymore, just like walking anywhere, you know.
No, and then even if you do, somebody pulled it off better than the other one, so I don't really look at it as being the same thing.
Like the only time I can say that I've
we're not dressed alike. You look ugly.
You already knew you were going with this.
I'm wearing it. Call me a fucking hater because everything looks good on me.
But then again, there are like I feel like there's dress code or like dress, I guess orientation or how do you say it? Like a certain style by like certain regions that you live, like whether that's certain states in America, like West Coast, East Coast, North, South. That are like if you know like they're not from here, the European, foreign, Asian, like they have like a certain style that they that caters towards like their physique, I guess.
Well, it's an area trend. Yes, absolutely.
Right, absolutely, and that's just kind of like one of those things that's just like outside of you being you, like you can tell like they still hold elements of that fashion from those areas because that's probably where they grew up from, or that's like their favorite place to be, or they just happen to like the way that people dress out in that area. So, yeah.
Right, and oh, sorry.
Hairball?
Acid reflux. Like, I don't know what I ate
It
earlier.
was a hairball.
I mean, no. Well, wait. No. I was thinking, I was like, wait, but no, they shave, so it's all right. Anyway, your face, Curtis's face. Daniel always just looks confused, but Curtis's face.
I kind of figure out how I know where this is going, but okay.
Right, you're good. But anyway, so
I'm sorry, I already told you I can't control my face. I can't control my face and my tone. I don't know how to.
But it's just, I enjoy the fact of like how everybody is very much different on how they dress. So yeah. But no, that's what I wanted to talk about, because I've been like, because there was certain points where like you could look at people and everybody looked exactly the fucking same. Just like when we were on the cruise last year. You had all them bitches walking around with that fucking
flab hanging out.
Well, that part, but no, those fringed, like see-through pants that everybody had, and like the different fucking colors, and like every fucking person had on. They were either red or blue or green or white. Everybody had them on. Y'all have no idea about that, do y'all? Y'all don't remember that, do you?
No.
We was drunk that whole trip. I don't know. I just knew them bitches was big.
But
you talking about the sheer stuff, like this kind of see-through?
Yes, those pants
Pride?
that they all had on with their bathing suits.
At Pride?
No, at the cruise last year.
Oh yeah, I definitely was drunk the whole time, so I don't remember. But
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think I know it. Yeah, but you pay attention to stuff like that, you know. So like,
right.
I guess you know about it, so you see it more.
No, he be judging people from afar, smoking.
That was a thought.
Who the fuck dressed you? That's interesting.
Looks like a big old wildebeest running across the prairie.
Just majestic.
Majestic. Look at you. Oh, and she's down.
Down.
Oh,
she fell down.
She fell down.
That's what happens when you try to wear that. They be killing. Oh, Curtis. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny. We went to walk-ons the other day, and I get it. Everybody's got their own sense of fashion, but there's just things that you shouldn't wear for yourself. You know, like, I don't know if like maybe a friend needs to tell you this, or I get it. Free body, free will. You know, free expression. But
so everybody's for body positivity.
Right, that part.
Let's say that first.
Let's just say that first.
Talk about.
So if you know you're a plus size person, do not wear no short skirts where your booty meat cheeks is hanging out. I look, it was because like I'm seeing a couple different employees, they're wearing skirts, but hers just happened to be shorter than.
Yeah.
Was it short or did it ride up?
It rose.
She had.
It had to. I think it was.
Did she have some fabric to pull it down, and she just hadn't pulled it down yet?
It wouldn't move.
Oh, that's not rising up. It's short.
Right, and then it's just the fact that like she didn't have anything on underneath, so it's like you can see skirt and then like butt cheek.
Ooh.
And then
and you're in a professional environment.
Under the butt cheek, there was all this fat from the legs.
Cellulite.
I mean, body positivity.
Like I said, we said that beforehand. We said that beforehand, okay?
That was a disclaimer that we was about to talk shit.
But if your ass hanging out,
it's just the fact that you're at a food establishment.
And this is one of the staff.
This is the staff.
One of the waitresses.
Like if you're out and about in public, do what you do.
Do
But
what you
it's just
do.
the fact like you wore this short skirt at work and
And
you
your
just got
ass is hanging
it's
out.
hanging
And we
out.
don't know
Yes.
what the fuck's about to fall out of there. It's
That
out.
like I don't want you around my
That roach crawl
food
out.
if oh
That roach fall out of it.
but I don't want you around
No.
my food if your ass is clapping on top of it. Okay? I'm just saying.
Every time you walk.
Right. No,
Why does the camera shake?
because it's sitting on my bed and I twerk my ass.
Okay. Oh, bro, that was funny as shit.
So no. Mm-mm.
So Willis, while we have you talking, what is your segment for today?
Oh, my segment. Okay. You
Because I gotta go. We gotta hurry up.
I know, I gotta get food. Do you know, have y'all heard anything about the Tennessee Three?
No.
No.
Okay. So the House of Representatives for the state of Tennessee, they are currently right now, well, they actually did this. They had 3 Democratic representatives. Well, I'm jumping way ahead. So there was the shootings that happened in Nashville a few weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a massive student protest. Like students all left school and went to the Capitol building in Tennessee and staged a protest.
But I thought it was more than just students that had passed. Like there was like
Well, no. Yes, there were people. There were 6 people who were killed in that shooting, 2 of which were adults.
right.
In that shooting, the results of that shooting, there was a massive protest by students. So the students went to the Capitol building to protest, and 3 Democratic representatives went and showed support for the protesters.
I don't know.
It's his face.
I can't look at David and not laugh, so I don't know.
I'm
It's
sorry,
okay.
Willis.
You're fine. So these 3 Democratic representatives went and showed support. They were Justin Jones, Gloria Johnson, and Justin Pearson. And with that, it's Republican-controlled House. The Republicans decided to not follow the ethical portion of their Tennessee laws and decided to basically vote these representatives out. They bypassed all Tennessee law and jumped straight to voting them out because they said that they were showing support for protesters. So they did a vote to expel these 3 representatives. The 2 gentlemen who just happened to be black men got expelled from the House of Representatives.
I did see that.
Yes, and the white woman did not. And she said in an interview, because somebody asked, was like, why do you feel that you stayed there? She said, the only reason why I'm standing here not expelled is because of the color of my skin.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
I'm glad
like
she
race.
knows.
Yeah,
she totally knew.
Yeah, that really just comes to show you how much racism is still very much alive.
Well, and see, and that's part of it. I mean, of course, it's Tennessee, but the other part of it is the fact of these are elected officials. You cannot expel an elected official from office. Sorry, there was a vehicle that drove by who's very loud.
You in the hood?
I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, it's a huge to do, and they're trying to they finally started getting media coverage for it. This has been going on for since the shootings. But yeah, it's crazy right now, where people are basically like Tennessee's more focused on drag queens than they are gun laws. So glad I got out.
That sounds like a Republican agenda.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like this one guy, like they were doing this interview with him. You should really watch Justin Pearson's speech on why he's standing there in the bullpen. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it's amazing. But one of the Republicans was trying to get the protesters, basically trying to call it the January 6th of Tennessee. And they were all just standing there chanting. And he was like, what is this? Are y'all trying to assault us or hit us? And they were like, no, we're just standing up here telling you how much of a dumbass you are. So it's if you haven't been following it, I ask you just look up Tennessee 3 and watch what happened to lead up to it. It's really good. I'm just saying, it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how much backlash Americans get for trying to protest anything that's against the government. Like the government just has so much control that we're just it's not even much for the people anymore. At least I don't think it
All
is.
right. Well, it's Jacksonville, Florida. The city's trying to keep their constitutional right to protest. The local government's basically forbid them to protest.
Yeah,
It's in the fucking
as right, your Bill of Rights, which gives you the right to assemble.
right. And the city of Jacksonville is saying that people can't do that right now because they're protesting against Republicans.
It's because it's against them.
Right. So it's just a lot's going on in the political world right now, and it's infuriating, but at the same time, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and especially the fact that we have stuff like TikTok too, where a lot of the a lot of things are not getting filtered through big time social, like media, um, like CNN, all that other stuff, like the news channels, like where a lot of it's like very biased.
Just last week they were trying to get TikTok banned for that reason. Republicans were trying to get TikTok banned because
But they were just saying, they were saying that it was because that it's a Chinese owned app, and China is basically they want them to forfeit information from the app, like at their will, if that makes sense. So basically, it's like a breach of what do you
breach
say?
of information, breach of confidentiality, breach of security.
Correct. So
that's all bullshit. You know this, right?
Yep, absolutely.
That is all bullshit.
It's never been a problem, especially with the other social media apps, until some shit just starts hitting the fan.
Right. Like I said, essentially when Facebook started sharing things with Russian election stuff. But anyway, no, it's like, that's all bullshit. The reason why they do not want this is because it is unfiltered, unedited, untouched, straight information about what these crazy fucking politicians are doing in America.
Right, and the information is spreading so fast that they can't control it, and they don't like that.
Exactly, so they want to put a control on it. That's all it is. That's why they want to get rid of TikTok.
Yeah. I agree.
Because I'll be honest with you, with this, like the Tennessee 3 thing, it was blowing up all over TikTok. It did not get discussed on any national media for like 2 weeks after it. Actually, they were in the final stages of it, and the whole time this was all going on, like it's just So yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different other things that are being brought to light that social media never talks about, especially stuff that's happening overseas. That like America is giving a lot of support to different countries that technically shouldn't be receiving our support. I mean, it's a whole other situation. I'll talk to y'all later on. I'm not going to touch too much on it right now, but it's just the fact that like it's a real big problem in different countries, and like it's a problem because of the fact that we give support in these areas, because I feel like all it boils down to is just some like corporate greed, like governmental greed. They want money, they want resources from these different places, and they're supporting the groups that are basically, it's just a money can you yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of different things. But
Back up.
Back up.
Right. But yeah, I mean, social media is just, well, TikTok in particular is good for that.
Oh, absolutely. Just a heads up, we might want to do a topic about that. I'm just saying.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool about social media and all that other stuff and political agendas and stuff. I don't know. We'll kind of narrow it down.
Yeah, that'll be off camera. We'll discuss that off camera.
No, I think that
Right.
eventually we're gonna have one on camera too.
Well, the topic to
Mhm.
build up to get the background on the topic, but then of
Oh
course
yeah.
the topic that
Yeah, so let us
Yeah.
know what y'all think. If y'all are really big into like the whole rabbit holes of TikTok and social media and the government and um, just the fact that like we are losing our rights by the day
every day.
under our noses. Yeah, if you're really interested in that, let us know. But either way, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about it.
And also, let us know what you think about this format. How did we do for the
Yeah, I've seen it before when we did the interview with
Liam?
Right?
Liam. I didn't know which name to say when we did it with Liam. So it doesn't how we view it because it looks like my screen is big as fuck on my side. It's not gonna look like that when it actually comes together. So I
Yeah.
like it. I like to see what y'all's faces look like because sitting
Yeah.
in the room, I can't look at all y'all at the same time. So
I know it's very much like an interrogation kind of thing. Where like, because I see, of course, my face being the biggest, and I see y'all over here on this side, for like
I think,
smaller.
yeah, if it was 4 people, we'd all be equal. But I guess like since it's if your
Since
screen is
Jalisa
gonna be the
didn't
predominant.
show up, again, this is the third
Jalisa.
week in a row.
Jalisa.
I have no comments.
Where the fuck you at? Just saying. We need the J in this Triple P.
All right, guys. So that wraps up another episode of Triple P&J. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media. Everything's in the description of this video. And make sure y'all download our stuff on all the streaming platforms as well. And we will see y'all next week.